Hi, welcome to the Henrics Cookie Lab. So what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about myself first. I started my career in healthcare and then decided that wasn't for me. And then I went on and I opened my own spa and did that for a number of years. Really enjoyed it. But I always said once I had my babies that I would raise my babies. So I never thought in a million years that baking would be something that I would actually be interested in. Never baked, never cooked, hated it all. Just wasn't up my alley at all. But then the whole mama thing kicked in and no, kids want to bake cookies and try all that stuff out. So I'm like, okay, let's give it a whirl. And so it turned out I had a knack for it. So I tried making our first batch of cookies with the boys, and it actually turned out pretty well. So we decided to take it a little bit further and just kind of see what we could do with it. And boom, we turned it into Hendrics. So it's the boys, they come up with the flavors. This was all their idea, and they really enjoy it. So we're doing this for them. And then, hopefully if it ever becomes something, even if it doesn't, I don't give a shit. It's just fun. And we'll go with the flow, see what happens. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to start off my first, whatever the hell this is, with Valentine's Day cookies. I myself, I'm not against Valentine's Day. I just truly don't give a shit about it. And so I kind of play fun with it. If you have been following me through the years, I make dirty cookies. If you want the lovey-dovey crap too, totally into it. Absolutely, I can do it. But today we are making penises, peni, wieners. We're gonna make some wieners, and so we're gonna do different shapes, different sizes, different shades, different whatever. You got a kink, we got a crooked, it's all good. That's just how it rolls. So we'll see what we end up with, varieties of spice of life. And let's make some junk. All right, let's have fun. So another thing I like to do for my sugar cookies, which maybe some bakers out there don't agree with it, but that's okay. I like to melt my butter. So I make sure everything's completely melted to form the dough. And then when I'm done, I put it on the freezer for the butter to then harden again in the cookies before baking. I find it gives a nice, softer, creamier texture to the cookies. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you everything that's in it as well, because everyone needs a kick-ass sugar cookie recipe. Chocolate chip cookies, but sugar cookies, I'll let you know. Okay, so the few of the things that I find it a necessity to use when you're doing sugar cookies, I get this guy. So he's got the measurements on the opposite sides. That way it keeps your dough thickness consistent. Consistency. Anyway, so I don't know how thick I make them. Like that. I don't know. I'm not into math. So anyway, and also when you're done doing your dough, make sure you cover it with a damp cloth, because it will dry out fairly fast and then it just becomes a big piss off. You gotta make more. I'm very anal when it comes to consistency of dough. So if it does start to get a little hard, nah, I'm not into it. Okay, so I also use 2 pieces of parchment paper. So when you're rolling out your dough, you put your dough in between the parchment paper. That way you're not going to have any texture to the cookie. It's going to keep everything smooth, again, and consistent. And then it's easier for when you're peeling it off and putting it on your cookie sheet. So today, like I said, we're making wieners. So I have 3 wieners that we're working with today. Wieners! Anyway, so we're gonna do a variety of these guys. And yeah, so then once they're shaped out, we put them on the cookie sheets and then pop them in the fridge. You're gonna wanna have them in there, I'm gonna say at least 10-15 minutes, that way they harden up enough. And then I'll show you a trick so that they don't spread. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking and make some wieners. All right. So just start with little bits at a time. So this is where mussels would come in. I myself don't have any, but you know, the illusion of is nice. Again, apply enough pressure so you are keeping it the same consistency and thickness. This is just how I find that I enjoy it. If you've got different ways that work for you, go to town. Okay. Boom. So you peel it back and you can see, maybe, that it's just nice and smooth. That's exactly what you want. All right, so let's go with, let's get these big guys in there first. By big, I mean cookie big, okay? All right. Give it a good press. Boom, a perfectly formed wiener. So just keep going. Boom. Whoops, there we be. Okay, so once you have them printed or stamped out, just peel them up, put them on a cookie tray, and then set them in the fridge. Okay, so what I like to do with my sugar cookies once they have chilled and they are a lot firmer, to get them to not spread is I use my scribe. We use this for cookie decorating with the sugar cookies, and all you do, poke a couple holes, stick them in the oven, no spread. All right, so I'm gonna poke some wieners. All right. Okay, so you bake your sugar cookies for about 15 to 17 minutes at 350. Once they start getting like a slight light brown on the side, pull them out, put them on your rack or your counter, wherever you put them, dealer's choice, but leave them on the sheet because they're gonna continue to cook the rest of the way that they need to. And then when they're done, they're going to be perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna decorate them in this video, whatever you wanna call it. I'll do that in the next one, just because if you're having your kids watch this, then I would prefer them not to get scarred. The next one, they get, you know, a little color brings things to life. And a little detail is maybe a little too much for children. So I'll put that on the next one and then show you how I do that. And then we'll show you putting them together and how these become our Valentine's Day satchel of Richards. All right, talk to you soon.